Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is another Shop My Stash video. I think this is week 22. This will be my last Shop My Stash for 2023. So this is it. This will be the last one for this year, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll start up again in the new year. So this is the picks that I had from this past couple of weeks, I think, or at least past week. I can't remember if I've had these for 2 weeks or 1 week. Anyway, really, nothing really bad to say about everything here. Everything was good. Well, the one thing that is missing, I do have an eyeshadow missing because I've already decluttered it. It was the loose eyeshadow from Fiorine in Meerkat. I never used it, and it was kind of like I just didn't want to use it, and it was like time. I decided, you know what, I'm never going to use it, so I might as well pass it along to someone who will. Standout product for me was actually this one. This is a blush from the brand Follyfire, which I went to check their website, and it's like, it's not up. It's under construction, so I don't know if hopefully they're not going out of business. It's always sad if companies going out of business, but yeah, this was just it's a great fall blush because it's like this deep plummy color, but it's got a bit of a sheen to it. Yeah, it was really fun to play with that. The other thing I just want to mention, because this was new, so that was the first time I used it. It was a mascara from Manna Kadar. Like, the one thing I want to say, I mean, it is new, so fresh mascaras are always a little different after a couple of weeks. The one thing I will say, though, is this wand. Like, I don't know how well you can see that right there. I feel like it's going to snap off. Like, it feels really flimsy and really thin, like right there, and it feels like it's gonna snap at some point. So yeah, if that happens, then obviously this mascara will go, but yeah, it's very, very flimsy right there, and it kind of scares me a little. But yeah, everything else was good, so we'll put all these things away and let's do some new picks. Okay, here we are with our top drawer. I just did a bit of a declutter, so this is slightly emptier, but not a whole lot compared to before. So for primer, I think I'm going to pull this one this week. This is the Professional. I used to love this. I feel like I'm shifting away from this style of primer and moving towards something a little more glowy, or like, I don't want to say moisturizing, but like just something like that makes my skin feel softer and less pore filling. But I tend to like combine stuff. So like with the e.l.f. one that I was using last week, I was kind of just pulling different primers. Like I'd pull this one, or I'd pull this one, and then I would throw the e.l.f. primer on, just like in like sort of not the T-zone, but like my cheeks closest to my nose, maybe a little bit on my chin, and a little bit kind of on my forehead. So that's how I use this type of product now. I sort of combine it with another primer. For concealer, I think I want to pull one of these. Let's pull Creme Brulee. Yeah, let's pull NARS Soft Matte Concealer in Creme Brulee. This one's still pretty fresh. It's pretty new to me, so play with that guy. For foundation, I think I want to pull this guy. I kind of forgot I had this. It was sort of sitting back in the very back of the drawer. It's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear in 415. Yeah, I just feel like I haven't played with this guy in a really long time, and it's very full. So let's pull that. For powder, what I think I'm going to do is, I talked about this in my declutter, I'm going to take some of this powder and I'm going to combine it with some of the Wet n Wild powder in a container and see how that works. I think I might use this a bit more. The reason why I don't use this a whole lot is, I don't know how you can see it in the thing, but it is a bit deeper, so it can tend to deepen my foundation a little too much. It's a Marcel Luminous face powder, so it's a setting powder that is like, it's got a bit more of a shine to it. It's not mattifying, and I think combining it, I feel like I'm gonna have a winner on my hands. Let's hope, combining it with the Wet n Wild, because the Wet n Wild is just like mattifying and like setting, and I think it's gonna work. I'm actually very excited to see how that turns out. It worked well for me when I combined the setting powder and the powder foundation for Nude by Nature because that powder foundation was a little too dark, and as soon as I combined it with the setting powder, it was like match made in heaven. So that's it for this drawer. Let's move on to the next one. All right, here we are with the eye drawer. So mascara, it's getting pretty cold, so I think I'm gonna go waterproof mascara right now. So I'm gonna pull this guy, the Essence Lash Princess in waterproof. Eyebrow product. You know what, I really don't feel like pulling any of these eyebrow products. I kind of just want to use my my Project Pan stuff. So we're gonna leave these. I don't really want to pull anything today in this little bucket. For eyeliner, I think I want to pull again this one because it's waterproof. It's from Pupa. I always find that name funny. Pupa Milano. And it's just one of those like inkwell style. Not my favorite style of liquid eyeliner. I think I kind of prefer something that's more of like a pen style. Like, I have a pen one right here somewhere. Like this style. But this one is waterproof, so we're gonna pull that guy, and it's just in black. It's getting kind of old. I'm gonna have to maybe declutter that soon, but not quite yet. And then I was looking at this guy because I was like, this seems festive. It's silver. I feel like that's very holiday-ish. We'll pull a little silver eyeliner to play with. I think that'll be fun to play with over the next little while. And that's everything for this drawer. Moving on to blush, bronzer, and highlight. I talked about not pulling these very often, so I'm going to pull all three of them. It's the Ofra set from Samantha March, so we're going to pull all three of them. So there's the blush. Let's swatch them. There's the bronzer, and then there's the highlight. There, turn the brightness down so you can see the swatches a little bit better. Not a great blush swatch. I don't know, I always do that, like right on my knuckles. But anyway, there are those guys right there. Now let's pull a single eyeshadow and some lip products. Alright, all of my single eyeshadows are up here. I want to pull this one because I haven't used this in a while. It's the Milk Makeup Chalk. It is chalk, it's chalk-like, but it's interesting. I don't mind it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, if that makes sense. I should try and use it as a highlight as well. And then, what else should we pull? I feel like this is very festive. Let's pull this guy. It's the Appeal Liquid Eyeshadow. I don't know the color. I think it's called Rose Gold or something like that. Very festive. That'll be fun to play with. And then lip products. Just want to pull two to focus on that I haven't really used recently. You know, I was looking at this the other day because I was contemplating decluttering it, but then I was like, you know what? I haven't really used it, so it's not fair to declutter it. And it is pretty unique in my collection, a pretty unique shade. Yeah, I don't wear it very often. It's a liquid lipstick. It's this Brenda Dillon Kelly. I don't even know what brand did this collab. I think I got it in a Tribe beauty box. Oh my god, my declutter. I kept saying my top box and I meant lucky box. Like, I kept saying everything wrong in that video. I think I was way too tired when I filmed it. But yeah, this is like a really like nice, deep, sort of rusty red. And I was like, oh, that is a really pretty red. I need to wear it. So we're gonna pull that guy. And then let's pull this lipstick. Again, I tried this on. I was actually gonna wear this in a video, but then I didn't like the way it looked with the eyeshadow that I was wearing because it was a bit too warm. It's the shade called Vintage Wine from, it's very old, but still kicking, still doing all right. So I haven't decluttered it yet. Still smells fine, still performs fine, so we'll keep it as long as she's still good because I really enjoy this color. That was a terrible swatch. I don't know what that gap is there. But yeah, it's a really pretty, like, it looks like a berry, but it's got a bit more warmth to it. So it does lean slightly brown, but it's still more of like a berry color. I really enjoy that guy. So let's do a quick recap of everything we've pulled this week, and I am going to share a couple of the eyeshadow palettes that I've also pulled to play with over the next little while. Alright, and here we are with this week's picks. I'm really happy with this. I did throw in, I'm going to just keep this guy out. It's the eyebrow pomade that I had in my last round of Shop My Stash. And yeah, I am going to mix this Marcel powder with the Wet n Wild powder. So yeah, really happy with this. This is my last, like I said, Shop My Stash, but I will like kind of do it on my own. Like I'll be pulling over the next 2 weeks, trying to pick things for my next project pan. Maybe pick some items or flag some items for other panning projects. And then for some palettes, you've probably already seen, I did a little video swatching this guy, and I've worn it in a couple videos already. And yeah, I'm really enjoying playing with this. I can't wait. I haven't used this shade yet. I want to do a look with those two, but I did play with the greens already. Love this color. Love these two colors. Have really enjoyed playing with this Rudolph palette from ColourPop. I also pulled this palette from Charlotte Tilbury because it just feels very festive, very holiday. It's from a couple of years ago. It's the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette. And yeah, it just feels very festive. So I wanted to pull that guy. And then it wouldn't be a holiday season without me pulling this one. When I've done like a few not pan that palette, but like palette roulettes, this one always seems to come up like at the end of the year. I think I also got it, I got it November 2019, so it's like, I don't know, it's a November, December type palette for me. Every time I use it, it's always this time of year. So we're gonna play with this guy. And I feel like this is one that like I can play with for a long time because there's so many shades in it. So, and it's actually, I'm kind of looking forward to playing with this now that I'm back in the office a bit more to see how well it works for like everyday sort of office wear or office looks as well. So that's it. That is my final Shop My Stash for 2023. I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.